Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! Haha! What's going on, bottom bears? Come on, man. Let's go. 20,021. Let's freaking get it. Let's jump on in this morning. How's everyone doing this morning, man? How's everyone doing? Bitcoin getting a little move to the upside. Are we going to break the all-time high resistance line today? We got the stock markets popping back up. We got a lot of good things happening on the charts that we've been talking about the last couple of days. It's starting to play out. Now, let's see what happens here. Bitcoin's at a big resistance point right now, what we'll talk about. Big resistance point where it's gotten rejected literally 3 times. All right. So 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches, 5 touches. It's gotten resistance on this level 5 times. So just like we talk about support levels, all right, and it's good to long support. Just keep in mind that Bitcoin is at a massive resistance right now. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the longer term time frames and the stock markets, which are looking a little juicy for the Uptober that we've been talking about even before October started. But let's get it, man. Smack us the likes, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's not waste any time. Let's not waste any time. What's going on? Solid, yo? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm still recovered a little bit from the sickness that I had like a week ago. It's still kind of there. It's still kind of like chilling in the throat, but you know we're getting by. We're getting by. We're good and doing good. What's going on, Neil? What's going on, everybody? Anyways, let's go check out what Bitcoin's doing, guys. So I think the big thing we got to look at today is this all-time high resistance line, right? And this is something we've been talking about for, I don't know, forever now. And I feel like I was a broken record every day saying that Bitcoin is going to need to make a decision here very, very, very soon, right? We had support coming across, 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches, 5 touches. all-time high resistance line coming all the way down, and we have finally had a resolution of that support coming across and resistance coming down. Finally had a resolution, man. Come on, man. Finally. So here it is. It is breaking to the upside today. Now, as always, do not get too pumped, right? Because Bitcoin is at a major resistance point. So just like I was harping, you know, 2 days ago when everyone and their mother was bearish, Credit Suisse, oh, right? That we're still at support. You shouldn't be that bearish as long as Bitcoin's at support. Once again, plays out again. Bitcoin finds itself at a resistance that it's gotten rejected from 4 times, like we said. So, you know, as always, if you were long from the lows, don't be afraid to take some profits off the table, okay? That doesn't mean I think the move is over, because I don't. I don't think this move is over. I think we're going higher here. But at least for the short term, if you're in a long position, do not be afraid to take some profits off the table, man. Don't be afraid to pay yourself, as always. Don't be afraid to pay yourselves, man. The time to flip bullish was a couple days ago. Now you start looking at closing some of your positions, right? You do the opposite. Because now you see Carl, you see Rand making bullish videos. Now you got to flip your switch a little bit and start looking for those resistance levels to come back down. All right? Do the opposite. The first thing I do every morning is I open up YouTube and see what everyone's making videos about. That's the first thing I do, if you know what I mean. How the F is QNT still pumping? I have no idea, man. Everything's kind of pumping today, though. Chainlink's pumping, which is not a good sign. We'll talk about altcoins coming up in a little bit, you know? So how the F is Quant not 100K USD yet? I don't know, man. But anyways, Bitcoin is breaking that all-time high resistance line. So, you know, guys, I think it's an obligatory. We got to play the pump song real quick. We haven't gone anywhere, guys. So keep an eye on this resistance point right here. Like we said, Bitcoin's got resistance at this 20,300 to 20,200 level. Like we said, I mean, spanned all the way across from over here, but really once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and is now back at this level. We got to break this level, right? Until Bitcoin breaks this level, it's still below resistance. But we're going to play the pump song arbitrarily for the all-time high resistance break. Let's freaking get it, man. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Neil, you're always coming in trolling, man. I love you, Neil. I love you, Neil. I love you, Neil. Come on, man. Let's go. Mike, don't be feeding into the troll, man. Come on. Don't be feeding the troll, Mike. Don't be doing that, man. But no, guys, we got to break this resistance right here. A couple points to be known is you got the 4-hour RSI that is getting a little bit topped out here. Hourly RSI is a little bit toppy as well. And kind of like how we said yesterday, man, you got this little bit, actually, do you? Do you? You actually don't have bearish divergence right now. Let's see what we close in the next 9 minutes. Actually, Bitcoin is actually making higher highs on the hourly RSI and higher highs on the, if you look up here, higher highs on the price action too. So you got higher highs in both, which is really, really nice. Just be careful right here, as always, guys. Like when you're right at these resistance points, if we go to like the 15-minute time frame here, always in this circumstance, right, when you see the sharp move up, always be careful for, you guys know, I mean, you guys know this by now, the M formation, all right? The hit, the come back down, the rise back up, take the wick, just for him to bring it back down. Be very, very careful of this. I would love if Bitcoin within the next 8 minutes can get a nice little rally up a little bit higher so we don't have to worry about this. But, you know, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. So we'll watch this in the short-term time frames. Like I said, guys, I'm not too worried about the 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart. Honestly, I'm going to stop looking at those time frames because I've noticed for myself, I do better when I look at the bigger time frames and do swing trades rather than these little short-term trades. That's what I notice about myself. So it's easier to kind of judge, you know, divergences and things like that on the bigger time frames, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing for myself. But you guys can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to FOMO QNT. You got a FOMO QNT. But anyways, guys, I mean, look at the 3-day bullish div, man. Guys, I know it's easy to look at this in hindsight. Bro, it's not hindsight. We were talking about this days ago. Bitcoin at support that's held consistently. You can't get bearish at support. Stop getting bearish at support, man. And stop getting bullish at resistance. Flip your thinking, man. Bullish divergence, lower lows, higher lows, bounce, right? Lower lows, higher lows, bounce, right at the same support level, at all-time highs. Volume coming up, people buying the dip. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta start switching our mind frame here, you know? Let's go to the weekly time frame real quick. So the weekly, real quick, the weekly was the same thing, right? Lower lows, higher lows, bullish div, coming back up. The juicy thing here is the stock market today. The S&P 500 already up 2.1% on the day. NASDAQ up about 2.5% on the day. Come on, man. Come on. Everyone bearish at the break of support, man. Like, oh. Come on, man. Bah. You got a FOMO into QNT? Hey, man, listen. Like I always say, sometimes FOMO works. Based on the odds, probably not, but sometimes it does. Like sometimes you can FOMO and something can go up 10x. Right? I've seen it happen before. So keep an eye on that. But no, the S&P futures, guys, coming up here, 2.1%. You got the classic deviation play, man. You got the lower lows, okay? You got the low. You got the low. Everyone gets bearish down here. Oh, my God, we broke support. Oh. We broke support. And then we come back up. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits to the downside, bullish engulfing. And there we bullish engulfing, man. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. I mean, once again, I mean, it was on the charts. Just know everyone just wants to feed into the FUD when you're at the lows. And I do this myself sometimes. Sometimes I have to tell myself not to look at the news. Just look at the charts. Basically, I have to tell myself not to look at Twitter. Not to look at Reddit, not to look at the news, because they're always going to be bearish at support. It's pointless to look at those things when you're at support, and just look at what the charts are giving you at the time. All right. And I mean, it is what it is. So the S&P coming up good today. There is a gap down here. If we go to like the daily time frame, there is a gap down. Hold on. Let me see what we got going on here, man. Let's see. Yeah, there is a gap down here. So, I mean, are they going to bring it back down? That's sort of the question here. It doesn't seem like it right now, right? But, you know, so far, so good. Pretty nice from the stock markets coming up really, really nice today. DXY continues down. I mean, this is all getting this right now, man. True, getting into crypto is FOMO. Bro, no one's got into crypto. I highly doubt that. I bet 99% of people, including myself, got into crypto during a bullish time, okay? I would say about probably 1% of people get into crypto during a bearish time. Why? Why the hell would you get into something that's dumping when you're new? You're not going to do it. Guys, let me know in the chat. Did anyone get into crypto during a bearish time? I didn't. Okay, most people don't. Did anyone get into that? You know, Drew said, "I am late. Please stream extra for me, sir." Drew, I will stream extra for you, just for you, buddy, just for you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a good day today. All right. So what else we got going on here? So yeah, DXY did get resistance from this trend line that multiple people are looking at now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches did get resistance from that trend line. So far, so good on the DXY, coming back down and getting resistance on that level. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of doing TA on the DXY, but when there's a trend line that matches up that perfectly, that's freaking awesome. So as long as this continues down a little bit, this is on the weekly chart. I mean, this is kind of like that meme where all the bulls are like the DXY is dumping a little bit and the bulls are like, right? You know that meme where it's like it dumps 1% and everyone gets pumped? It's kind of like that meme right now, but we'll see if it comes down a little bit lower. I mean, it's coming down right now. I don't think this is topped out yet. I think if anything, it kind of does something like this, where then it starts coming back up again, and then maybe it comes back down later this year. But, I mean, what do I know? I'm just a pleb. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a pleb. Let me do this. Please keep shorting. Thank you. Please keep shorting. Please. Please keep shorting. Anyways, what's... Dude, the S&P's... Dude, the NASDAQ's going nuts today, man. I love it. I love it, man. What I've always noticed is that it's very, very true that during the most bearish times, especially when you're at support, that's when the market starts going nuts the other way. It's almost every single time, man. What else do we got here? What else do we got? Anything else crazy going on? ETH is obviously breaking it to the upside. Bitcoin's kind of leading the charge right now, but ETH has also got, all right, ETH has also got this right here. And you guys, we knew that the market was going up. Why? Because George got a little bearish. And when George gets bearish, that's the time to buy. Even George was bearish a couple days ago. That's how you knew. You know what I'm saying? That's how you knew. But anyways, right here, guys. ETH still got the nice little setup here, guys. Previous resistance, just flipping as support. Keep it easy, man. From now on, I'm keeping it simple. I'm not looking at 800 different indicators. To be honest, like most indicators they're helpful. They're not going to tell you the full story, right? All really ETH is doing, flipping previous resistance into new support. It's got the W formation. Keep it simple, man. You got the W formation, one hit. Second hit, rise. W formation at support. Keep it simple. I'm looking for ETH to come up and test this red box, all right, which is the previous support. Keep it simple. That's it, right? I mean, I can talk about indicators all you want, but I mean, it is what it is. 14, I would probably look at like 14.11 for ETH here in the short term. This is on the daily chart. Does that mean that we can't get a pullback on the hourly? You know, you can get a pullback on the hourly. And if anything, Bitcoin's still at resistance right now. So would I count out a pullback? No, I wouldn't count out a pullback at all. But this is on the hourly time frame. I want to keep it towards, you know, the higher term time frames if I can. Because that I've noticed for like I said earlier, I noticed for myself, when I do trade, I'm more successful in my trades when I do longer term swing trades than little scalps. Scalping's not for me. I don't really have the patience. I should say I have too much patience for that, right? I have too much patience for that. I'd rather open a position, be confident in position, just leave it open, than constantly have to be checking a 15-minute scalp trade every 2 seconds. That's just my style. That kind of stresses me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't like having to stare at a screen for all day. I mean, that's not. I don't mind it, but that's not really for me. But yeah, 1355. ETH is looking good on the daily. The 3-day chart, which I've been loving the 3-day chart lately, man. I've been loving the 3-day chart. Right here is, you know, I know I just said to look at indicators, but momentum's coming up on the 3-day. Last time you had that on ETH was all the way back here on June 18th, which was right here. We actually got that momentum flip on June 18th. That was the move from 1K to about 2K for Ethereum. So let's see what happens, man. I do like where we're at, and this is you know, kind of what we've been waiting for, man, which is hopefully some volatility coming into the market. All right, we got a new open. Let's see what we got here. Bitcoin just spiked to the upside. Will this just be a fake spike to the upside? Let's see. Let's see. Oh God. Oh, we're dumping and pumping.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
Let me turn off that stupid dump music, man. Come on. Get out of here, man. Bitcoin just spiked to the upside, though. Let's see what we got here. 20,186. Always be careful, though, of this, though. They could just be spiking it up just to spike it back down. Right? You got some pretty gnarly bearish divergence on the 15-minute time frame forming here, though. You got lower highs, and you got higher highs on the 15-minute time frame. So there is bearish div on some of these shorter term time frames. 30 minutes got bearish div, 15 minutes got bearish div. So you got some interesting things going on here, though. But 20,189, we're looking for Bitcoin to crack this resistance level. Nothing's changed for Bitcoin until Bitcoin cracks this resistance level right here, guys. We've been here 5 times. We've gotten rejected here 5 times. As always, right? If I was looking for a short-term trade, what's the risk versus reward here? Okay? The risk versus reward is not going long here. The risk versus reward is going short here. You do what you want to do. It is what it is. And keep it real. Can Bitcoin crack this and come back to the upside? Yes. Yes. That's why you use stop losses. All right? You don't get cracked here. All right? Don't get cracked like a freaking weirdo. All right? Because right now, if you look at Bitcoin, what Bitcoin's doing really, it has resistance here, comes back down, makes a higher low, comes back up, gets resistance again, comes back down, makes a higher low, comes back up, all right, gets resistance again, makes a higher low, comes back up. Is it going to continue the trend, come all the way back down, test the lows again, and then come back up, right? Is the trend going to continue? Because right now, that's the trend. Just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know what I mean? Manipulation, said Franco. Nice. Why do they spike up and spike down? Is this a volleyball? It's volleyball, man. You know what it is. It's literally volleyball. Oh man, you gotta love it. It's fun when you get some price action, man. Because like we said, the last month has been brutal, and we really haven't gone anywhere. We've gone to the same point we have once, twice, 3 times. Really haven't gone anywhere. But like we said, man, look at the daily. Right? Let's take a quick look at the daily time frame real quick. And this is why I'm excited too. Is if we look at the daily, we know that we talk about the daily BBWP is low. Okay? And when this is low and you start seeing the volatility, it's usually going to go in the direction that the price action is currently going at the moment. Right? So price action's coming up. All right? Price action's coming up on the daily. Once again, this is daily. We're not talking 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour time frames here. All right? Zoom out a little bit. This right here, daily's coming up, right? Daily stock momentum's coming up. BBWP's low. If the momentum continues up here, this could be a pretty nice move, man. Last time we had this happen was over here on September 9th. Obviously, we got to move up to like 22.5. The time before that, it was actually a move to the downside. So this is pretty nice, man. And then, you know, you guys might not think this is a big deal, but breaking this trend line, right, all the way down here, breaking this trend line is a pretty massive deal, because this is literally what we've been watching, right? For we said we expect to move by Friday. It's happening on Tuesday. I will take it. 3-4 days early. I will take it all day. That move to the upside here. It's beautiful. I will take it all day. We got an early Christmas present here, guys. Early Christmas present.
Strap up. We're going to the moon. We're going to 100K tomorrow.
Oh, man. Now let's do a poll. Let's do this. What comes first for BTC? We did this poll yesterday. 22K or 17K? Actually, we did this poll 2 days ago, and it was like, I think it was 65-35. It was 17K. Now let's do a poll. Now let's see what people think. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. No, but right now, guys, like we said, I'm trolling a little bit, but we are still right at support. So, at resistance. We are still at resistance. So don't get carried away just yet, at least for the short-term time frames. Okay? There's certainly a possibility Bitcoin can get rejected from this level, come back down, test support again, then come back up. There's certainly a possibility of that. But the daily, the 3-day, the weekly, in my opinion, do look pretty juicy for now. Let's see. Wayne, are you sure? Let's see. Arson. What's going on, Arson? What to do, man? It's all hope, probability? Of course. Anything in investing and trading is probability, man. You can't play in absolutes. You know what I mean? You can't play in absolutes. Everything's a probability. If anyone ever tells you it's 100% gonna pump, no. I'd be skeptical of that person. If anyone told you it's 100% gonna dump, no, I'd be skeptical of that person. Everything is probabilities. All right? Everything is probabilities. So, for example, Bitcoin's at resistance right now. All right, cool. Bitcoin's at resistance. I would say there's a probability that Bitcoin dumps to the downside, but there's also a probability Bitcoin doesn't. Right? Everything is probabilities. That's why sometimes you got to play the if game. If this happens, then this. If this happens, then this. It's not, okay, Bitcoin looks bullish, it's 100% going to pump. No, you play the probability game a lot of the times, man. It's really all it is. TA is basically just giving you an educated guess. It's not telling you 100% something's going to happen. It's an educated guess. You know? Anyways, let's go look at what we got here. Total market cap breaking up out of the wedgie. Once again, we'll see where we close today. If we get a pullback today, we'll probably come right back into the wedgie. But that is poking its head out on the little total 3 market cap, man, where we're looking for this bigger, longer term W formation to play out, right? One hit, rise, second hit, rise, inside of a falling wedge. All right, we're looking for this to play out too. So that is poking its head out. You know, take it for what you will. Bitcoin dominance is also breaking to the upside too. So, you know, I'm going to continue to say, like, the Bitcoin dominance chart is literally just a range, right? Let's go to Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is literally just a range, okay? Play the range. Right now, you got to play the bet that Bitcoin's going to outpace altcoins. I know no one wants to hear that because everyone's all in alts, right? Bitcoin's shitcoin, doesn't go up anything. But this has been the move, man. I mean, it's been better to be in Bitcoin when you're at the bottom of the range, and it's been better to be in altcoins at the top of the range. All right? Bitcoin's, it's at the bottom of the range. You're actually breaking up to the upside right now on Bitcoin dominance. Is Bitcoin going to crush altcoins here? Most likely, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but, you know, this could be the point where Bitcoin just smashes altcoins. Bitcoin goes on a little bit of a run. Some altcoins go up too, right? Altcoins will still go up. It's just that Bitcoin outpaces them, right? So, yeah, I would say it's a good chance that Bitcoin starts to outpace the little old altcoins here for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Jelly Bean? Some guys here like BBW dominance. Some guys do. There's nothing wrong with BBW dominance. You know what I mean? Let me see. Take a sip of water here. Delicious, man. Anyways, there's some altcoins that are going up. 97.83 to be exact. Let's see. The BBW. What about BBW dominance? I love BBW dominance. You guys do like the BBWs. I've noticed that. Whenever I bring up the BBWP, you guys are like, I like BBWs. Nice, dude. I'm happy for you guys. I am. Anyways, what's Link doing? Link's getting a little move to the upside. Guys, I'm bullish on Link for the rest of the year. We know that Link staking is coming out. It's going to be rolled out into December, right? So, and we know that Link usually performs pretty well in a bear market, man. It does. I mean, lately, whenever the market's going up, Link has just been killing it. I see Link continuing an uptrend, a general uptrend here until the end of the year. I know that sounds crazy. But just the strength of Link has been pretty insane when the market holds up. And I'm expecting the market to hold up in Q4, man. Right? People are bearish as a mofo. I actually think Q4 will end up being pretty bullish for the markets in general. Link, you know, if we zoom out a little bit, let's zoom. Let's do a little zoom, man. I know Link to Slink is the common narrative, but let's go to the daily time frame. I won't be surprised if little old Link comes up and taps this previous support and this vector candle back up here towards the $12. Call me crazy. We'll come back to this, but you got this juicy daily vector candle right here, the underside of the support. Call me crazy, but I'll be in the $12 Link waiting room, waiting for you guys to FOMO in at $12. All right, I'll be there. I'll see you guys there.
Sure, dude.
How do I buy Chainlink? Link to Slink, man. I thought it was BBC. It was BBC, man. What else did we talk about yesterday? We talked about Matic has a good setup, right? Matic, a good deviation play. What do you know? The deviation low, man. Low, low. You break the low. Make everyone think it's going to go all the way down to the next support. What do? You bop it right back up to the upside. Ah, beautiful. And Matic's actually breaking that, the first target that I had on Matic. It's actually smacking that first target there. So we had the target to come back up and take this 4-hour wick. It's smashing right through that, man. So there goes Matic up to the races. Come on, Matic. Ah! Come on. Oh, Matic. You gotta love Matic. Matic is so great, man. I should call it Polygon, but I'm obsessed with calling it Matic. Come on, man. Oh, Matic. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of measure moves, but Matic, nice measure move up to this yellow, this next vector candle up here. I won't be surprised if Matic makes its way right back to this range, right? All these previous resistance levels right here. This was a deviation, right? So you had resistance, 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 resistance. This was a deviation. So this is the real resistance right here. And that's also where the measure move of the ascending triangle comes to. Right here, about 90 cents. So that is the level I'm looking for Matic to go to, man. 90 cents waiting room for Matic. 90-cent waiting room for Matic. I'll see you guys there, okay? I'll see you guys in the 90-cent waiting room for Matic. But yeah, Matic looks good. I think the other one we looked at was Uniswap. We were expecting Uni to continue up. I mean, look at that. Look at that, man. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's go to the daily chart on Uni. Oh, my Lord. Is Uni breaking the inverse head and shoulders to the upside? I think it is, man. Well, it already broke this wedge, right? So Uni already broke this wedge to the upside, right? We were talking about this little inverse head and shoulders bottom formation, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's poking its head above right now. I want to see Bitcoin's still struggling at resistance here. Uni's getting that move up. I want to make sure this is not a deviation play to the upside though, right? Just like you can have deviations to the downside, you can have deviations to the upside where you got high, you got high, you got high. Make sure this is not a deviation here. What do we want to see? Again, I mean, as always, we want to see the rise, the back test, and the continuation here. But Uni is could be poking its little head up, man. Its little head. Neil, I'm actually impressed because Jordan can somehow make Alexa cough. Alexa, cough. Alexa, cough. They think you're Alexa because they've never seen you before. Friend set up his Alexa and asked, "Where can I find a big purple Adidas?" Everyone laughed. Months later, parents were over and Alexa asked randomly, "Are you still looking for a big purple Adidas?" Wait, what? Who asked that, man? Who asked that? All right, Bitcoin's coming back up. Come on, BTC. Can you please break this resistance on stream? That would be great. That would be great. Even though you're a little bit overbought on multiple time frames, I would still love if you broke resistance right now. That would be beautiful for me, man. Absolutely beautiful for me. Anyways, man, total 3 is looking juicy, man. Total 3 is looking juicy. Let me see this poll, though. Look at this poll now, man. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. Ugh. Now the poll is, what comes first for Bitcoin? 62% of people say 22K and 38% of people say 17K. You can't make this shit up. One day later, it's the opposite. Oh, my Lord, man. Not going to say I disagree with the poll now. I actually agree with the poll. But it's so crazy how the sentiment can just change like this, man. Like Bitcoin gets a 2% move to the upside. Everyone goes from bearish to bullish. Holy moly, man. Everyone just stares at the 1 hour chart. That's why. Zoom out. Look at the daily. Look at the 3-day. Look at the weekly. Let that indicate your position, okay? Stop looking at the 1 hour time frames, man. I'm cool with you being bullish here. I think we're going up too, okay? But, the time was down here, not here. It is what it is. Someday, we will all be geniuses. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord. Let's see what else we got going on here. What's the NASDAQ doing? The NASDAQ's up 3.2. All right, the NASDAQ has a pretty big gap up here, right, on the daily time frame. So you got to think they come back down for this at some point, though they don't have to do it right now. And that's the key time frame here is you still got gaps up on the daily all the way up here, right? So they don't have to come insta down and take this gap, right? So on like the NASDAQ, they can bring this up and test some key levels before bringing it back down. You know, they don't have to go and come back up, even though that would be a nice W formation, and that would be actually probably better actually for the NASDAQ to do that. But here we are. I'm actually going to draw a little bit of a trend line here for NASDAQ like this as we approach this level to see what the NASDAQ can do on this is on the daily chart, by the way, to see what the NASDAQ can do. But man, NASDAQ coming up hot and heavy. I've learned to be flexible. Jordan, that's probably we're a lot closer to the 22 than 17 right now. True. That's very, very true. It reminds me that this bear market is not so bad. It's not so bad. I want to thank you. And then a minute is say, hey, all been a night. So I got some other alts, man. Dot. I mean, this is another one, man. We get so bearish at support. What did we say the other day? Dot was at a very, very key level, right? Dot was literally at its bear market lows, right? Wick down, wick support there. Deviation low. What do you know? Dot pops right back up. This was an excellent opportunity to either take a long or to pick up some longer term dot, man. I mean, this was a fantastic level here. Dot bouncing right back off those levels. If we go to my infamous 3-day time frame, which you guys know I love the 3-day, man. You know I love the 3-day. Let's see what we got. Actually, I'm trying to let's stick to the daily here. Let's stick to the nice little daily. Dot at like a nice little triple bottom actually down here, which is nice. Now we want to see for Dot is, I mean, ultimately getting back above the underside of the support here, right? We basically don't want to flip the previous support into new resistance. So we're looking for Dot to get back above this previous wick, which is the neckline here of the daily, and start to come back up, right? That you should stop saying, that's what we said. Facts, Neil. You know what it is. But yeah, we want to get Dot to get back above these previous support levels and, just basically flip what's been a consistent pattern here for Dot as well, which is basically this. Let's bring this down here. Let's bring this down like this, all right? Which has basically been support, resistance, support, resistance, support. We're going to come back up and flip this as resistance now. That's the big key. But now I'm in the 683 dot waiting room here. 683 dot waiting room. Anyone enjoy me? 683 dot waiting room? Anyone? I don't know. I don't know if anyone's here with me. Anyone here with me? Anyone? It's very, very quiet. They already drink this coffee? Holy moly, man. I'm going nuts with coffee today. I'm already on like I already finished coffee number 3. I'm literally jacked up right now. Is anyone else jacked up on coffee? Anyone else jacked up on coffee? Because I am jacked up right now. Literally jacked up. Why? Well, maybe because my wife is coming up a little bit. Eth. And I drank 3 coffees here. Holy moly, bro. I didn't even realize I finished my coffee. You guys ever just sit there and you do something and you just kind of keep drinking your coffee, keep drinking your coffee, and it's just gone? Well, there it is. It's just gone. Holy moly, man. Holy moly. XRP. What do we got going on? Looks like XRP's in a nice little consolidation pattern here on the 4-hour time frame. What do we think? Do we think XRP is going to come back up and test the highs, or do we see a pullback first? The risk vector candle's lower on XRP if it does want to come back up, but the dailies get a nice little consolidation, right? Higher lows, lower highs. Which way is it going to break? I'm not a big fan of symmetrical triangle patterns. They're going to do what they want to do. But I mean, really, we go back to say like the 4-hour time frame real quick, just to kind of zoom in a little bit. Do we got any bearish div? No, we're actually sitting pretty good and pretty tidy there. Which way does XRP go, man? Palajet said, I don't drink. I'm talking coffee, Palajet. Pull back, said Waterfly. Here we are, sitting right at resistance. So obviously, even if XRP does break to the upside here, watch for a resistance again at 56 cents, right? Play the levels, all right? 56 cents where we got rejected last time. Obviously, be careful of the M formation here at the highs, even if it does break out. But even right now, like it's at resistance, you still got, let me see. I think you still got some interesting levels. Actually, I think you took all the vector candles on XRP. Yeah, you did. Like all the. I'm not worried about the 1 hour time frame on charts right now, man. But like the 4 hour and up, you actually already came back down and took all the vector candles. So you're actually pretty good there, if this wants to continue up. So let's see what happens. I don't mind where this is, and usually with these type of patterns, they are continuation patterns. I'm just not a big fan of using them for myself. But that's sort of the case right now. You did have a little bit of hidden bullish div there, right? You had higher lows on the daily, and you had lower lows on the RSI there. You know what I'm saying? So lower lows, higher lows. You had a little bit of hidden bullish divergence right off the 20 EMA on the daily. So that ain't looking too shabby there. It ain't looking too shabby. Let's see what happens there for XRP. I would say, if I looked at this chart, I actually like this for a continuation to the upside because I expect Bitcoin to have a continuation to the upside. Maybe after a short-term rejection at this resistance right here, which is it's still getting resistance at this level, right? So like we said, if Bitcoin does something like this, boop, 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 and starts to come back up, I mean, can you expect XRP to kind of stay in this pattern for a little bit longer maybe and then come back up? Yeah, I would say that's more likely in my opinion. But let's see. Can you check out futures 15-minute? The futures 15-minute? Let's see. S&P futures. Let's see. Futures 15-minute. And Alex, I got you on morning, dude. I got you on VChain, man. Good morning, brother. Hope everything's good. Yeah, S&P future. These things just keep going up. Look at the 3 hits to the upside here, right? On the 15-minute on the S&P futures, right? Hit. 3 vector candles. Are they going to bring it back down though? I mean, the three hits to the upside. Now what you don't want to see is the next candle be red and engulf that top candle. That's like the classic 3 hits to the upside reversal. But man, I mean, they just keep bringing this up like a hot potato, like a hot friggin' potato, man. You took this wick here. Yeah, man. I mean, you got levels spanning all the way up to 4K. Right, for the S&P to come back up and take. Especially this one right here, where a lot of people went short on this candle right here. See this candle right here? A lot of people dumped here. Right? There's probably still a lot of shorts open from this level here. So, like I said, I won't be surprised if they come back up to take these. I won't be surprised. But we'll see. They just keep smashing this up, man. Dump BTC hard. Who's going to sell in Forex? Not anymore if they bring it up. Yeah. I mean, this is all short-term time frame stuff. So if this is the 1 hour time frame. So if they even bring it back the S&P, right, they bring it back down to these levels, that's fine. That doesn't change anything. That's just a pullback. And it's the same thing for Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin gets a pullback from this level, if it does, like who knows if it does. Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin's going to do, especially with the stock markets being bullish. If Bitcoin does come back down, that doesn't change anything, all right? I mean, all that does is you're hoping for a higher low. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 higher lows, and same resistance on the top side, right? It's a bullish pattern at the end of the day. So even if it does pull back from this level, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good in it's all good in the hood. Canceled. But no, that's that. So yeah, Bitcoin is it's above the all-time high resistance line. I think that was the big thing for today. I think we just want to remain above that and not pull back. What we don't want to see Bitcoin do, basically, we want a Bitcoin close today above, I think it's about 19,000. 19,650 or so would be where we want Bitcoin to close back above. All right. If it wicks all the way back down and closes below this, obviously we're right back in that stupid range where we're still getting tight. So a Bitcoin close anywhere above 19,650 is a good little breakout. And I'd prefer to close somewhere up here so it actually looks like a bullish candle and don't just have a big wick on the top side there. So I'm hoping Bitcoin just kind of stays up in this range and kind of goes sideways here rather than actually pull back. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. Market makers love to sell at premium. Of course. Drew said, sorry, I played the short song, sir. Drew, that's okay, buddy. You can play the short song as much as you want, my friend. You know, that's cool. All right. What else we got? Anything else? Sol's actually starting to get a move up right now. Nothing crazy, but once again, I mean, right at the lows, play the swings, man. The swings are where it's at. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to pretty much to the range again. 6. Play the bounces, man, until they break. Now we're right at the 50 EMA. Okay, we're right at the 50 EMA here for Solana. The question is, it's struggled with this level a couple times, right? It's wicked above, gotten rejected, wicked, rejected, wicked, rejected, wig, rejected, wick. Can we reclaim the stupid 50 EMA? It's a big question. But if we can, once again, it's got the formation we're looking for here. It just needs to reclaim the stupid 50 EMA. And then obviously we're starting to build that W formation we're looking for, right? Where we want to break these highs and come back up. But there it is. There it is, man. Play the ranges. If it comes back down here again, guess what? Be adding there. If it comes back up to here, probably go short here. You know? Play the ranges. But that's the cake for Sol right now, man. I mean, a lot of these alts were at juicy levels a couple days ago. Very juicy levels. Where if you were under the belief that October and November were going to be bullish, so many alts were literally just chilling at their lows, waiting to be bought. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But, you know, I think a lot of people were kind of sitting on their thumbs with a lot of FUD going around, you know? Let's get it. Let's get it, Drew. Arson said, we'll see who gets stopped out. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, listen, I'm not in any short-term trades right now. I'm not doing short-term trades really anymore. For me, like I said, what works better is the swing trades, man. So right now, I mean, just kind of sitting in a long from these positions down here. You know what I mean? And that's really it. Right? I'm going to have patience with this one. For me, like I said earlier, the short-term scalp trades are just not for me. I have, like I said, I have too much patience for those, right? I can't, and that makes me stare at the screen for longer than I want to, right? And I don't want to stare at the screen. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just play a swing trade and just let the market kind of do its thing, where I don't have to stare at the friggin' screen all day. Because staring at the screen all day is not healthy for you, man. It's not. I've tried doing that, and it's not healthy for you. unless you're that type of person who can just sit all day. I normally can't do that. I need to get a little movement, and my eyes need to move a little bit. You know. Now the hunt for the longs commences. The hunt. It's the stop hunt, man. I think Doge might still be a good buy. I mean, there's a lot of alts that are still at lows, right? Doge really hasn't moved too much lately, but yeah, Doge reminds me of, you know, Sol and Dot, where it's just kind of hanging at the lows until it's not. All right, so yeah, I mean, Doge is still just sitting at the lows. So if you're looking for Doge, I mean, if you're looking for a swing on Doge, this is the time. If you basically what it comes down to is if you think Bitcoin's going to go up, over the course of the next couple weeks or even the next couple days, it's not a bad opportunity to pick up some Doge, man. It's not. You know, you might be saying, but Jordan, it go lower. It go lower. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing a swing trade, right? Yeah, Doge can come back up and then get rejected right back down and make new lows, right? But it can go lower, boys. You miss out on the little on the pumps that you get this whole time. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, right? The it go lower, boys, have been waiting since June for it to go lower. You know, so you know, once again, I mean, you play the supports until they don't work, right? Instead of just sitting here for 4 months, kind of with your thumb up your ass, waiting for it to go lower. You know, so it is what it is. Lost a year of my life staring at charts. Nice, dude. Waterfly said, palm all day is okay. Waterfly, if you want to do that, man, I understand. You know, you do you. You know, if you get a doll, that might be a little bit better for you if you get a doll, man. You know, so don't be afraid to get the doll. You know, when your family comes over, just don't be afraid to put it back under your bed, and you can go from there, man. All right, might be a little better for you, man. That was the beginning of the summer. Yeah, Doge is an interesting point. What's another one here? B&B already broke out of here. B&B was a good one a couple weeks ago. Or really a couple weeks ago. About a week ago. Hope. Falling wedge, breakout to the upside. Right off support again. I mean, it is what it is. So there's B&B breaking up to the upside. I'm currently waiting right now in the B&B's coming up to resistance right now, right? So obviously, I mean, just looking at basic support resistance, this is the next level we got to watch right here for B&B, right? Where it literally is right now. But if that breaks, I mean, hey, man, I wouldn't mind being in the 336 B&B waiting room, you know? I would not mind whatsoever being in that waiting room, you know? Where if you kind of look at the structure that's forming here for B&B, I mean, I wouldn't mind being in the waiting room for B&B at the moment as far as just a longer term structure being at play here, you know? It's nice. It's nice. You guys can see it. It's very, very nice. B&B waiting room. Someone called it a W. I feel like I became a market genius. D. Kennedy, nice, man. Yeah, man. I mean, everyone has those months where they just stare at the chart. And sometimes less is more. Because when you overcomplicate everything, you get confused. You teach yourself bad habits. And you try to enter way too many trades, right? You think, you know, okay, I just lost this trade. I got to jump in a trade again to get that back instantly. When no, just relax. Wait for your entry, right? Wait for your entry. That's it. You know what I mean? It's like, just relax. Or what'll happen with a lot of people is like, all right, they'll see, all right, Bitcoin's breaking down right here. I'm going to go short here. And then they get stopped out. Bitcoin comes back up, okay? They go, oh my God, I can't miss this move, right? I just lost my last trade, so I'm going to go long now. They get stopped out. And then they do the opposite again. Just chill, right? Chill. I think the biggest thing for me is just only long support and only short resistance. Don't try to trade breakouts. That shit does not work, man. And to be quite fair, that's a lot of people teach is they teach to long and short breakouts. And that does not work. It doesn't. It doesn't. Drew said you don't own any B&B? No B&B for me, man. No B&B currently for me. That's facts. I feel like I became a market genius. It go lower, boys, panic. The it go lower. Hey, man, the it go lower boys are fine. Like, maybe it goes lower at some point in the near future. It's certainly possible. But that's the case. I felt like a genius years ago buying 20 ounces of silver for 98 Bitcoin, or 98 cent Bitcoin, or selling 50 cent Bitcoin for 600, not in either case anymore. Interesting. B&B is one of my top 5 for the next bull run. B&B is one of my top 5 for the next bull run. Oh, of course. Of course, man. Is there any other interesting ones? I mean, AVAX, right? I mean, if you're looking at juicy ones that are still kind of chilling and haven't really broken out yet, I mean, AVAX is another one. AVAX, play support resistance. Support, 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 falling wedge. You know, I mean, yeah, that's my favorite thing. Falling wedge and bullish divergence. Lower lows, higher lows, right at support. I mean, there it is. I mean, there it is. But will most people take this? No. They'll be bearish right here. You know, that's just the case in point that, you know, I mean, you just saw a bunch of alts that bounced off their previous lows. There's some of them that are still sitting there, yet people won't take the opportunity, you know? And there's AVAX sitting here freshly at $17. Yes, it bounced up a little bit from the lows, but it's still in a juicy position in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with AVAX. I kind of like AVAX here too. I like AVAX. And this is a longer term plays, man. If we dump today, that doesn't change anything. These are daily charts. To me, I don't like to look at. I used to like. I had this little phase where like a 15-minute time frame was cool and all, and like the shorter term time frames are cool. That's just not my style. It's not. I realize that's not my style. I have too much patience for that. But yeah, that's the case and deal for that. A couple other ones. I know everyone likes to hate on ADA, but here it is, just chilling right at support again. You know, it's the same trade that we saw for AVAX. I mean, the low, you bounced. The low, you bounced. The low, you bounced. The low, you bounced. Will anyone take this trade? No. Why? Because people like to be bearish at support. And here you are. Okay? Falling wedge. Right at support. Here it is. Okay? Would I be surprised if if ADA comes back up and tests this downtrend of resistance? I would not. I would not whatsoever. Can it break down at this time? Yes. But you play the percentages. Last 4 times it's held. I'm going to play the percentage that's going to hold again. If it doesn't, you move on to the next one. It is what it is, you know? But yeah, ADA's also just chilling right there. ADA just has no momentum though. from a momentum perspective, ADA's got no momentum. None. Zip. Zilch. But from a charts perspective, it is at a good point, you know? Jordan's wearing swishy pants and has to pee. Oh, bro, I have to pee so bad. Neil, how'd you know I have to pee, man? I have to pee worse than, how should I say this? I have to pee worse than, let's see. I have to pee worse than Bob going to McDonald's and drinking their Coke because it is the best Coke in the world, by the way. It is the best Coke in the world. No one can argue that McDonald's has the best Coke, the best Sprite, the best root beer. I've actually never had their Sprite. I think Sprite is relatively overrated. Just my opinion. Take it for what you will. Sprite is the most overrated soda there is, in my personal opinion. Bam Bam said, because you drank too much coffee? Oh, facts, dude. I chugged my coffee. And on top of that, I also chugged like 4 glasses of water already today. So my bladder is probably, I probably drink more liquid than a lot of you guys will drink all day already today. I'm serious. All right. So that's that. Anyone else at an interesting point? Chili's is one that was doing very well. It's pulling back a little bit now. Let me see what Chili's is doing. Little old Chili's. The daily's getting a nice pullback on Chili's. Let me see, little Chili's. Chili's is kind of chilly right now. So Chili's is sitting right at that golden pocket zone. It's still got this 786 retracement. This one to me looks like it's going to come take this 4-hour vector right here, which also happens to sit right at the 786, right? But the good thing about that is if it does come back down to that 786 retracement, which will probably be that 200 moving average, you're going to have higher lows and lower lows on the daily. So you're going to have bullish div at the 786, retake of the vector candle at the 200 EMA most likely. So that'll be a good point, right? So I'll be looking at Chili's around 20 cents for actually a potential long position. Only if Bitcoin kind of holds the range here. But Chili's is at a very, very interesting position that I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind for a little, at least. This one will probably be a short one. I was to test that theory. Nice, dude. Disney had better Coke than McDonald's, believe it or not. No way, dude. No way. Not even close, dude. I never actually had Disney Coke, so I'm being a little bit judgmental on Disney Coke, But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Mickey Mouse made good Coke, I mean, do you see him every day? He's going nuts. What kind of Coke you talking about, man? The drink, okay? Mike said it's something to do with the straw. No, dude, it's not. Actually, the McDonald's Coke has nothing to do with the straw. You know what it actually has to do with? McDonald's Coke is so good because it's actually in what's it called? Oh, Alex, I got you on VeChain, by the way, man. And then Kennedy, appreciate that super chat too, man. With the coffee, bro. With the coffee. Yeah, I need more coffee. I'm losing my little edge here. What was it? The reason why it's so good, it's actually in the they don't put it in bags. They put it in they store it in the what's it called? Freaking the stainless steel metal containers. So it keeps the flavor in better rather than being in a plastic bag. That's actually why it actually is like that. I've Googled it before. I've Googled it. Okay, I'm Captain Google over here. So don't be coming at me with I don't have that. Coffee on me. Oh, I'll be stopping at Dunkin' in a little bit, man. Probably after the gymnasium today. It's something to do with the hole of the straws bigger, and it does something to make it taste better. I can see that too. I can see the big straws actually making it taste better too, because more of it probably hits your tongue. It probably has nothing to do with it, but more of it hits your tongue, and you're like, yes. All right, let's do VeChain real quick. Let's do VeChain for my guy Alex C. VeChain. Oh, what did I just type? Just type like coochie or something. All right, VeChain. Here we go. Look at VeChain. Look at VeChain. Let's go. I want to actually look at this on some of these time frames over here. Look at VeChain, man. Can I hate on the VeChain chart? I personally speaking, I cannot hate on the VeChain chart. Why? Well, let's just start out with this. Okay, let's look left. Let's look left and kind of see where we're sitting on VeChain. This is actually a nice level for VeChain, spanning all the way from this level. All right, this is a pretty big traded area. Obviously, you have the 2018 where it kind of started here, and then you had this previous high from August of 2020, previous lows from January 2021. This is a big area here. And you can see how VeChain is holding that range so far, right? Now, what else do we got? Well, at support, we got lower lows, right? The deviation low, which we love to talk about now, and the higher lows on the RSI, all right? So you got bullish divergence right at support. You got to love it. You got to love it. Now, let's continue. You got the structure you look for. You got the hit and the rise. You got a W formation, bullish divergence right at support. That's all I need to see. Okay? If it breaks down, okay, that's going against it. But that's all I need to see. The last time we actually had the same exact setup was actually right here. It was literally the same setup. Lower lows, higher lows on the RSI, W formation. Look what happened on that time. I'm not going to say it's going to go up that much. But that was the last time you had that same exact formation, and it ended up working out pretty well for you. All right. So once again, like for this one, for a longer term trend, okay, from the current point, I'd just be looking at a rise back up to this previous high. I'll mark it off, and I'll be sitting here in the 3.3 cent V-chain waiting room, sitting here, however long it takes. This is the 3-day chart. This could take weeks, right? But I'll be sitting up here in the 3.3 cent V-chain waiting room, waiting out for all my good friends up here. Okay, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. I don't own V-chain anymore, by the way. But I do like the chart. I do like the chart from a basic, just a very basic perspective, right? I'm not going to make this too difficult. Gonna keep it simple. Keep it simple, man. It's up. I just remember myself. Rich, what's going on, man? Pump song for Render. Let's get it, man. Let's get the pump song going. Where's Render? Just remember, you're going to see altcoins pump right now, but Bitcoin is at resistance. So just obviously keep an eye on the Bitcoin chart if you're looking at altcoins today. So Render, let's see, Render. Let's go to the daily chart on Render. Yeah, Render just got a pretty big wick to the upside. Why did Render break up? Well, I feel like a broken record, man. I mean, I feel like a broken record. There's so many alts that are doing the same thing to alts that have already broken out. And they're just all at good levels. I wish I could scoop every single one of them up from these current levels, but obviously, I don't want to buy too many coins. But support, you bounce. Support, you bounced. Support, you bounced. Deviation low, you come back up. Hold the support again, you bounce. All right, literally at support. Support, man. Play the support until it doesn't work. Because here's the deal. And this is why I don't trade breakouts, man, anymore, because it just doesn't work. Everyone probably looked at this as, oh my God, look at this head and shoulders pattern, right? But what happens? You have the head and shoulders pattern, you break that out to the downside, but then you pop right back up. Right? You break it out to the downside. Oh my God, we broke out from the head and shoulders pattern just to come right back up. That's why I've kind of gone away from that a little bit, because you just see that too often. So here's the deal. You bounce off support again, you get a bounce. Obviously, nothing's really changed yet, right? You're still below the 50 EMA. You got a big wick to the upside, and you're getting snapped right back down to the downside. That's it. So what we need to wait for now is I would say a clean break out of this channel, right? So now you've kind of completed that move where you've gotten to move up, move down, move up, move down, move up. Are you going to move back down again to take this, hold support, and then come back up? Probably at that point. So short-term time frames, we'll play the pump song for you. But will this pull back to support again? Probably. Back down to like 45, 46 cents, and then you try to go up for it again. Okay? Well, we'll play the pump song. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's get it. Come on. Green folio day. Wayne said, throwing off my morning video playlist timeline. I'm going to get off soon. I'm having fun today. I mean, there's some price action on alts and Bitcoin, so it makes it fun for me to come up here when there's actually some price action. So you got to understand, guys, like I've been streaming for 3 months and nothing, not even 3 months, but I would say that last month and a half, nothing has happened. So it's actually nice to get a little bit of volatility coming in. It's nice. Somebody will say, what? The day I decided to sleep in, because I can do that on rain days and not put a trade in, BTC puts in a local high. Come on, man. A local high. Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe listen. So basically what you're saying is you would have put in a long today. Stumbledar, I like the way you think, man. Listen, you guys know my take. I don't think this move up to the upside is over. Okay? On the daily and the 3-day. Intraday, 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. Price action's cool to me. Can it get a pullback? Sure. Right? Like we said, 4 hours RSI is overbought. 1 hour 1 hour RSI is overbought, or was overbought, with bearish divergence. Short-term pullback, probably likely, at least based off the charts. We know Bitcoin has a mind of its own. If it pumps again, okay, that's Bitcoin for you. But based on the charts, pullback short-term would seem likely. You got some vector candles back down here, 19.6, all the way back down to like 19,600. So we'll see what happens. But overall, what I want to see today is Bitcoin to close above 19,650, right? Close above that all-time high resistance line. Do not wick straight back below it. That would kind of kill the momentum that we have today. So that's really it. Stumbledore, appreciate that, my man. Thanks for always coming in and supporting the channel, Brett. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to get off and try to enjoy this rainy, cloudy, poopy day outside. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's enjoy the volatility, while we have it here a little bit today, and hopefully we don't go right back into the range. That would kind of suck. But catch you guys later. All right, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep it easy, keep it cool, and don't do anything to do. Don't panic. Stay crypto. Most want to panic. Crypto. Don't be afraid to take profits in the bear market rallies until proven otherwise. See you, guys. Peace.